We are studying measurement. When we make measures for our research projects, we face several challenges. The challenges can be of validity, the challenges can be related to reliability. So today we discuss validity and reliability of measurement of variables. It is section 3.3 of chapter 3, and our discussion is based on a book. The title of the book is Research Methods for the Behavioral Sciences. It is written by Fred. What it claims to measure, any बड़ी सिंपल जो हम मेजर करना चाह रहे हैं फेस वैलिडिटी कहते हैं ना फेस वैल्यू उसकी फेस वैल्यू हम देखें फॉर एग्जांपल एन आईक्यू टेस्ट should include questions that test thinking ability. These questions should require logic, they should require reasoning, background knowledge, good memory. These kinds of questions look appropriate for measuring intelligence. For IQ test, these questions appropriate, they look relevant. Said to have high face validity. High validity. The second type of validity is concurrent validity. Repeat with me. Concurrent validity. Say concurrent validity. Yes. Sometimes researchers create a new measurement method. Sometimes researchers create a new measurement method. Then they must show that this new method is valid. One way to do this is through concurrent validity. Concurrent validity means comparing the new method with an established method. Comparing a new method with an old method. If the result is the similar, it means your new method is also appropriate. Your new method is also acceptable. So it is called concurrent validity. Concurrent. It occurs together through both methods. The established method is already trusted. The old method, it is already trusted. Both methods measure the same variable. If the scores from the new method are closely related to the scores from the trusted method, then the new method is probably valid. Probably valid. In simple terms, concurrent validity checks consistency between two measurement methods. Concurrent validity checks consistency between two measurement methods. If both measure the same thing, it's just they measure the same thing. Consistency of a relationship. Sometimes validity and reliability are tested by looking at relationships between measurements. Relationship between measurements. Researchers examine whether the relationship stays consistent, the relationship between measurements, whether it stays consistent. They compare two different measures. They compare two different measures. Researchers usually establish validity or reliability with a consistent positive relationship or a consistent negative relationship. Whether the relationship is positive or negative, they should be consistent. Consistency is focused. Number three, predictive validity. Most scientific theories make predictions. They make predictions about the constructs inside the theory. The scientific theories make predictions about the constructs, about the ideas, constructs. We have discussed constructs in the last class. Inside the theory, these predictions explain how different levels of a construct influence behavior. These predictions explain how different levels of a construct influence behavior. If a measurement of a construct correctly predicts behavior, then the measurement has predictive validity. यानी उस मेजरमेंट की बुनियाद पे आप उसको पेशगोई कर सकते हैं, तो और वो पेशगोई दुरुस्त साबित हो सकती है, तो इसका मतलब है कि वो वैलिड है, आपका मेजर वैलिड है. This means the measurement fits the theory's predictions. Number four, construct validity. Construct validity. Construct validity is established when measurements behave the same way as the construct itself. When measurements behave the same way as the construct, as the variable itself behaves. For example, imagine you are studying aggression. You create a measurement method for aggression. Previous research has shown something important. There is a relationship between temperature and aggression. There is a relationship between temperature and aggression. ये रिसर्च हुई है. कुछ लोग कहते हैं कि ये जो गर्म मुल्क है ना, गर्म इलाके हैं, वहाँ पे लोग ज़्यादा गुस्सा उनको आता है, ज़्यादा लड़ते हैं. जो ठंडे इलाकों के ठंडे मुल्क हैं ना, वहाँ पे लोगों को गुस्सा कम आता है, वो लड़ाई कम करते हैं. तो इसलिए वो लड़ाई कम करते हैं, गुस्सा कम आता है, तो वो ज़्यादा तरक्की कर गए. ये जो ग्लोबल नॉर्थ है, ग्लोबल नॉर्थ देखते हैं ना, वो ठंडे इलाके हैं. यूरोप भी नॉर्थ में है, अमेरिका भी नॉर्थ में है, जापान भी नॉर्थ में है ना, तो चीन भी नॉर्थ में है, तो वो तरक्की याफ्ता हो गए हैं. तो वो डेवलपमेंट स्टडीज़ में एक रिसर्च ये भी है, वो कहते हैं कि जिन मुल्कों में मौसम ठंडा है, लोगों का मिजाज भी ठंडा है, लड़ाई शड़ाई कम होती है, गुस्सा कम आता है, तो वो तरक्की भी ज़्यादा होगी. तो जो हमारी तरह के गर्म इलाके के लोग हैं ना, ये गर्मी खा जाते हैं, फ़ौरन लड़ पड़ते हैं ज़रा सी बात पे. तो जो लड़ाके शड़ाके होते हैं, उसको तरक्की शक्की फिर पूरी करनी होती है. अच्छा, so there is a relationship between temperature and aggression. In summer, when temperature increases, people often become more aggressive. To prove construct validity, you must show something similar. अच्छा, अब आप अग्रेशन अगर मेजर कर रहे हैं, तो और आपका जो रिजल्ट्स है वो भी इसी तरह के उसका रिजल्ट्स आते हैं, तो इसका मतलब है कि जो पिछले वाली रिसर्च है उसके साथ आपके रिजल्ट्स मिलते जुलते हैं. ठीक है, तो ये कंस्ट्रक्ट वैलिडिटी आपकी हो जाएगी. However, this single test is not enough. सिर्फ कंस्ट्रक्ट वैलिडिटी काफ़ी नहीं है. अगर ये हो भी चाहे आपको हासिल, तो आपने किसी और तरीके से भी उसको चेक करना है, उसके वैलिड होने को. It is only one small piece of evidence that your measurement is correct. To fully establish construct validity, researchers must look at all previous research about aggression. Must look at all previous research on aggression. They must show that their measurement scores behave exactly as the theory predicts. The scores should match everything already known about the construct aggression. Convergent and divergent validity. Fifth and sixth definitions are types of validity. Convergent validity, divergent validity. Convergent validity works like this. Researchers create two different methods to measure the same construct. Researchers create two different methods to measure the same construct. Then they compare the results. Then they compare the results of both of the measures. Then the two methods are converging on the same construct. Converging on the same construct. So it means it has your measure has convergent validity. This means both methods are measuring the same thing. Convergent validity works differently. Here the goal is to show that one measurement is not mixing different constructs, different variables. The measurement should capture only one specific construct. It should not combine two different constructs. The goal of divergent validity is to clearly separate different concepts, to separate different concepts, different constructs, different variables. It helps researchers distinguish convergent validity. Concurrent validity can sometimes be confusing. We have also studied concurrent validity. Both of them can be confusing. They look very similar. Both methods try to prove the validity of a new measurement technique. But there is an important difference. There is an important difference. Convergent validity uses two different methods to measure the same variable. Concurrent validity uses a well established measurement method and compares it with the new method. In but in face validity is an unscientific demonstrated when a measurement procedure superficially appears concurrent validity is demonstrated when scores obtained from a new measure are directly related to scores obtained from an established measure of the same variable. Predictive validity is demonstrated when scores obtained from a measure accurately predict behavior according to a theory. Construct validity requires that the scores obtained from a measurement procedure behave exactly the same as the variable itself. Construct validity is based on many research studies that use the same measurement procedure. Construct validity grows gradually as each new study contributes more evidence. Convergent validity is demonstrated by a strong relationship between the scores obtained from two different methods of measuring the same construct. Scores are 50 kg, that is a score. 50 kg is a score. 70 kg is a score. Okay, if you measure your height, so the value that you get, they are scores. 5 feet 5 inch, 5 feet 7 inch, 6 feet, 4 feet 6 7 inches. These are scores. Divergent validity is demonstrated by using two different methods to measure two different constructs. Then convergent validity is demonstrated must be shown for each of the two constructs. Finally, there should be little or no relationship between the scores obtained for the two different constructs when they are measured by the same method. So, it was the information, basic understanding of validity and reliability of the measures of measurement. So, with this, I conclude my presentation.